Hello everyone, welcome to Unacademy Studios Race, India's largest channel for UPSC preparation. And my name is Vijay Kumar and I'm educator on Unacademy platform as well as Unacademy Studios Race, who deals different subjects like geography, environment, disaster management and other small core areas of UPSC civil service mains as well as prelims. Clear? And in such a way I am going to launch some of the innovative courses. Clear? So innovative courses, like for example, this is one kind of innovative course whereby you would be mastering geography through MCQs, like through understanding the multiple choice question which is given. Clear? On that basis you will understand the concept what actually it is. So in that way, in this entire series I am going to come up with 100 important lectures, and for every lecture I'll be taking some 15 to 20 questions, and with that I'll be explaining the different concepts which are present in the geography. So please try to correlate along with my lecture series and try to appreciate that whatever I would be explaining, you revise the things on and often so that you don't forget these things very clearly. So this helps you in understanding the deeper concepts. Clear? So let me introduce myself. I have did my BTech in civil engineering from JN to Hyderabad, and along with that I did my masters in geography from the Madras University, and I have 5 years of immense teaching experience in teaching the geography for UPSC aspirants, and I have guided many students who have cracked the civil services with geography as optional. Along with that, you might have got it out why I have opted like teaching as my profession, because I have passion towards teaching. Clear? So I have immense passion towards teaching. That is the reason why I have took this particular fold, and I am very much I have immense pleasure in teaching geography subject. Like whenever I teach this particular subject, why only geography? The reason is this subject is very lively in nature, where you can give most of the suitable examples. It doesn't mean that the rest of the subjects are not good, but the thing is this subject gives me passion, it makes me to learn every day, and every time I read newer thing in geography, I'll try to learn all these things. Clear? And this is about me. And apart from this, people who want to crack civil services sorry, people who want to become an IAS officer or an IPS officer or an IRS officer and serve the nation, there I'll show you a particular platform. See, this is one such kind of online platform, Unacademy Plus platform, which will clear, so which will help you in becoming an IAS or IPS officer. Clear? So this platform consists of daily live classes, approximately more than 30 live sessions. More than 30 live sessions would be present on this platform daily on basis of different subjects, current affairs and static concepts. Along with that, you will also have some interactive doubt clearing sessions during this plus courses. Along with that, if you see, there are some mock test kind of thing on basis of NCRTs and on basis of subject wise test, and also on basis of textbook wise test. We have conducted so many tests on this platform which will help you to evaluate the things. Like for example, let's assume that you have written the first test and you have got 30 out of 100. This will make sure, it is not that you are not preparing well, this will make sure that you have to still walk 70 more steps. So this evaluation is required for perfect preparation for UPSC prelims as well as mains. Hence these kind of tests are available on this platform, and along with that you will also experience personalized learning on this particular platform. Clear? And let me show you some of the educators on this platform who teaches different core areas. Like some educators teach economy, some educators teach polity, some educators teach science and technology. Like Brunal sir teaches economy on this platform, Siddharth sir teaches polity, Rizwan sir teaches geography, and myself I teach geography, and Dipanshu sir teaches geography. In this way, many educators they have created huge amount of immense courses on this particular platform, which will help you in breaking and cutting down the tough concepts which are present in your UPSC mains syllabus as well as prelims. Clear? So let me show you how to reach there. So before reaching there, these are the tests as I have mentioned. Like see, mock test on class 6 and 7, and mock test on 7 and 8, 8 and 9, 9 and 10. In this way, you will be having on and often mock test on the basis of NCRTs, which will help you to develop some ideological views and clear your concepts, and it will help you to evaluate yourself so that you can start walking from that particular point. Clear? So this will 100% help you. Try to come and get subscription towards the Unacademy Plus platform. So how to subscribe towards the Unacademy Plus platform? Now I'll let you know. Just this is very simple step. Open your Play Store and just drop Unacademy Learning app over there. Just drop Unacademy Learning app and just click on the install button. Clear? When you click on the install button, you would be redirected towards this page directly, and to the bottom of this page you will be having a plus symbol, and just click on the plus symbol. When you click on the plus symbol, you will be redirected towards this page. Just to drop UPSC CSE over there and try to get the subscription done. Clear? So when you click on the subscription button, these are some of the charging values which are present, whereby per monthly basis it is 7,000, whereby just paying 7,000 rupees on monthly basis you can enjoy awesome lectures. But generally what I do is I suggest students to go for 12-month or 24-month courses. Why? Because the exam itself is of 1 year. Like June में prelims होता है, September में mains होता है, फिर like results आता है December January में, interview खत्म होता है March April में, and फिर results आता है May में. So final checkout list would be in the May. So 1 year entire preparation along with this exam pattern is required. Done. So before this, a 1 year elaborated preparation should be done. So entirely it would be 24 months done. So I generally suggest to students to go with 24-month package. Why? Because it is very nominal in price. They cost you, like Unacademy Plus platform would just cost you 56,000 rupees. That's it. 56,000. That's it. And they have already given huge discount on it. And 56,000 is the final price which you get for entire 2 years. Entire 2 years. Clear? So 24 months ke liye it's just 56,000. But apart from the discount given by Unacademy Plus platform, let me make you sure that you also get some more extra added benefit discount. Like use the promo code called as Vijay, V-I-J-A-Y. Just click on the apply button, and whatever may be the price which is present per year, that is 35,000. That directly, when the referral code is applied, that directly becomes 31,500. Done. So try to use this code as well. You will be getting 10% extra discount when you use this code, apart from the discount already which has been given by the Unacademy platform. Unacademy Plus platform has already continuously giving the discounts, and final price it has denoted to 56,000, and like for 2 years I am saying, and per year it is 35,000, and still you want discount on it. Just use this promo code, and when you use this promo code you will be having 10% discount directly. Clear? So it is also applicable for 24 months. You can use this promo code for 24 months also. Like when you click on 24 month, just use the promo code called as Vijay, and just when you click on the apply button, the 56,000 directly changes into 50,400. Done. So this helps you utilize this promo code and take the advantage of all this. So if you want to sit and study at your home, which is the best place for your preparation, then yes, we Unacademy Plus team is along with you. We are going to make you civil servants. Clear? Just walk along with us. You will 100% achieve your goal. From this day, if we calculate, within the next 2 years you will be cracking the civil services. Clear? And many people have had got a doubt like, why we have to go for online coaching, why not offline? अरे यार online offline उसमें कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. जहाँ पे भी है, आप पेड़ के नीचे है, रूम में है, एसी के नीचे बैठे, फैन के नीचे बैठे, कुछ भी फर्क नहीं पड़ता. जस्ट आपको पढ़ना है. क्लियर? वो प्रिपरेशन ऑनलाइन हो चाहे ऑफलाइन हो, ऑफलाइन में बहुत सारे डिसएडवांटेजेस हैं. लाइक व्हाट द थिंग आई हैव नोटिस्ड इज, in offline, for example, if your offline coaching institute is somewhere 15 kilometers far away from the location where you stand, daily to reach this 15 kilometer it takes 2 hours, and after the class it takes 2 hours. So आपका 4 घंटे पूरे दिन का 4 घंटा पूरा ट्रैवलिंग में वेस्ट हो रहा. तो आप ये सोचेंगे कि लाइक ट्रैवलिंग में न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ा लेता हूँ, नहीं तो एनसीईआरटी पढ़ा लेता हूँ, नहीं तो लाइक आई विल डू समथिंग एल्स ऑन दिस ट्रैवलिंग टाइम, बट दैट डजंट हैपन एनी टाइम. सो ये 4 आवर आप जस्ट घर में बैठ के बहुत सारे सीख सकते हैं. Done. So this is what the most important advantage is. And apart from this, offline coaching institutes, they charge like huge amount of money. They charge somewhere around 1,90,000 one time when you see. But in online, you can see the lectures on and often, and you can repeatedly see the lectures. This is what the most important advantage the online coachings generally have. And Unacademy Plus platform is one of the best platforms for you, which will help you in preparing UPSC civil services. And let me make sure that you can repeatedly watch these lectures a number of times, so that it will be helping you very perfectly. Now, so for every question I'll be giving you 30 seconds time. 30 seconds time. So try to read out the question. I'll just hold on. Try to read out the question and try to find out the answer, and please try to click the option whichever you may feel that it is the perfect one. Please click and do comment in the comment box section. Clear? आपको जो भी ऑप्शन सही लगता है उसको आप कमेंट बॉक्स में डाल दीजिए. Like what I will be generally doing is I'll be picking one or two subtopics mentioned in the syllabus, and on that basis I'll be preparing 10 to 15 MCQs done. So this is what I started generally from the previous lectures. Earlier I used to mix up all these questions, but as of now, since the last two lectures, I am going with separate subtopics mentioned in UPSC, especially in geography. Clear? So fold mountains are formed due to large scale earth movements. The earth surface, when stress and set up in the earth's crust, the stresses that lead to their formation can be induced by which of the following? Flow movements in the mantle, magnetic intrusions in the crust. Let's see what fold mountains are first. Clear? So fold mountains are formed, like for example, if this is one block and if this is another block, and when compressional forces are applied on this particular block, so obviously what happens is one plate subducts. Whenever oceanic collision, when it happens, we would be having subduction. But whenever we have continent collisions, no subduction happens. There wouldn't be generation of subduction. Whenever continent collides, there wouldn't be subduction, and that huge subduction which happens, that will not happen near continent collision, and hence the crust would be folded. And hence this crust which is folded, that forms as fold mountains. And the best examples are Himalayas. Fold mountains are formed due to compressive action of forces in the earth crust. These are driven by magnetic action. Clear? So let's see. These are driven by magnetic action. The stresses which lead to their formation can be induced by which of the following? He is asking what made the fold mountains to be formed. So what made the compressional forces to act? It is because of some of the dynamic activities which happen in the interior of that surface. What generally happens is increased load of overlying rocks. This is also true. Like this is perfect statement. Along with that, flow movements in the mantle. Yes, this is true. What is flow movement in the mantle? Like in the mantle, we would be having a convective cell. We call it as convectional cell theory, which was propounded by Arthur Holmes. What generally happens is this magma would tend to rotate and form a cellular structure, which will make the lithosphere which has floating on the next asthenospheric layer. This cell movement will help. This cell particular movement will help in this movement. Like lithospheric plates move, and hence option 2 is right. And magnetic intrusions in the crust, yes, they are also true. All these are reasons which have created the stress on the earth surface and which has led to formation of the fold mountains. And hence option D, all of the above are perfect explanations for this particular question. Next, just 20 to 30 seconds time. Just try to read out the question. Clear? So what is the answer? Clear? Aran mountains belong to Hercynian orogeny, and Rocky Mountains, Alpines, Himalayas belong to Alpine category. Clear? So here what is present is Alpine mountain building process is the recent phase which is correlated with Himalayan mountains belong to. Clear? So what he has given, he has asked here in the question, please try to see this question. He has asked which of the following are incorrect. Hence this is correct, this can't become the option. Why? Because as he is asking what are the statements given in the question are incorrect, so you have to pick the incorrect one. Hence if you see, Aral mountains were formed during Alpine orogeny, but Aral mountains, see here, Aral mountains as explained, they belong to Hercynian orogeny, and hence this can't become the answer. This is the wrong statement given in this particular question, and this wrong statement becomes the answer. Why? Because he has asked which of the following statements are incorrect. Incorrect. Clear? If you see, this is the perfect statement. Do remember this point. This type of question has been appeared in UPSC already, but there are chances that they may indirectly or directly ask this question in the near future. Like Rocky Mountains, Alpines, Himalayan mountains belong to Alpine category, Alp mountain range category. Where are Alps? Where the Alp mountain ranges are located? Please try to comment. Please try to comment where Alps are located, where Dinaric Alps are located, where the Alp mountain ranges are present. Is it Europe, Africa, Asia, South America? What it is? Let's move into the next question. Here. So what he is explaining is, during the formation of fold mountains, whichever we may have, during this fold mountains, we have large thickness of sedimentary rocks. Clear? So he is explaining why these fold mountains have large thickness of sedimentary rocks. Why? Because generally, whenever we have presence of fold mountains, it itself gives a statement like, see, if these are two plate boundaries which are moving, and in between this two plate boundaries we will be having a water body, generally which is filled up with the sediments either from the continents or from the oceanic floor itself. This narrow portion, a narrow valley-like structure, this would be called as geosyncline. This is called as geosyncline. A narrow valley-like structure present at the margins of the countries and continents, they are considered as geosyncline. And this particular geosyncline which is present, that is present in all the fold mountainic folds. So wherever you find fold mountains, there the concept of geosyncline would be developed. Like for example, the Indian plate when it was hitting the Eurasian plate, in between Indian plate and Eurasian plate we had Tethys Sea. Which was formed during the continental drift theory explanations, and that Tethys Sea became very narrower when Indian plate has moved northernward. And that particular Tethys Sea which has become narrower, that has converted as geosyncline, which had the accumulation of sediments from the Eurasian plate as well as from the Indian plate. And those sediments which are present in this geosyncline, they are having huge thickness. They would be having huge thickness because as they are deposited from land as well as they are coming out from origin of oceanic floor, these sediments will accumulate and it will increase its sediment like size, whatever it may have. So what happens is, when the plate comes very closer, these sediments from the geosynclinal fold, the sediments would be accumulated, and fold mountains are formed. So along with the crustal folding, the geosynclinal folding is also present. Along with the crustal folding, we have presence of geosynclinal folding. Hence that is the major reason we find maximum thickness over there, and hence see the rest of options now. Due to folding of sediments into neighbor folds, no. Due to folding of plains into mountains, no. Due to accumulation of sediments in geosyncline, yes. Sediments have been deposited in the valley for millions of years. Clear? So this becomes an appropriate perfect option for this. Clear? So try to see pause the video and try to see the solution which have been mentioned for each and every question. Done. Let's move into next question. Which of the following are examples of fold mountains? Why fold mountains are formed? Please don't forget here. Five fold mountains are formed because of the compressional forces. Whenever compressional forces would be nominal, then we would be having formation of warping of land. Warping क्या होता है? Like land ऐसा है तो nominal compressional forces when they are applied, the land folds slightly. The land folds slightly. This is warping. So which are for larger distances. Like if compressive forces are very huge, like they are very intense, then this crust converts into this way, and this crust changes into this way, and this crust as it gets folded, we find formation of fold mountains. So warping भी compressional forces से होता है and folding भी compressional forces से होता है, but it depends upon the amount of intenseness of compressional forces which are being applied. Clear? So let's see what examples are being given for this. Himalayas, obviously by length it's true that they are fold mountains, and in the recent question we have discussed about Alps. They are present in Europe, they are also fold mountains. Appalachian mountains which are present in the North American side, like to the southeastern region of North America, you have formation of Appalachian mountain ranges which are very much rich for coal. They are also the examples of fold mountains. Ural regions of Russia, the Eurasian region, clear, which divides, Ural mountain divides Asia with Europe. Please try to mark them, they are also fold mountains. And Aravalis of India, now they are dissected mountains, but earlier Aravalis were the oldest fold mountains. As of now, Aravalis are the fold mountains of India, as well as one of the oldest fold mountains of the world. And if you see the Aravalis which are present, now they are dissected topography. Where do we have Aravalis? Clear. To the western border of India, right away from northern portion of Gujarat to southern Delhi, we have extension of Aravalis. And Mount Abu and Guru Shikhar, these are the two elevated regions of Aravalis. It is estimated that when Aravalis were formed, the height of Aravalis which were present, that were more than what Himalayas are having as of now. But due to alien topographies, like due to the wind action, the Aravalis have completely downthrown their heights, and hence they have converted as dissected topographies and dissected mountain ranges. Hence Aravalis are also the best examples. Hence all the above, like Himalayas, Alps, Appalachian, these all are the perfect answers for this question. But in some of the options, like wherever you see some of the MCQs, there the explanation would be different. The explanation would be like, earlier Aravalis were fold, but as of now, as they are dissected, they are not considered as fold. But in general, they might be dissected, they are fold mountains itself. So don't forget this point, like Aravalis are fold mountains which are very useful for India, and this presence of Aravalis will create some of the climatic aspects in that particular Rajasthan region. It may not create huge impact, but it will create impact on the Rajasthan region. Clear? They are the examples: Himalayas, Alps, Urals, Aravalis, Rockies and Andes. Done. Next question. Done. Which of the following are salient features of fold mountains? Done. So there are some salient features, like अगर आप जो भी fold mountain को consider किए ना, let it be Aravalis, let it be Rockies and Andes, there are some characteristics, like they are long chain of mountain ranges, like they extend for hundreds of kilometers. Along with that, world's highest peaks are formed. Along with that, they have marine sediments. Along with that, they are unstable portions. Unstable portion का मतलब क्या होता है? Like wherever we find fold mountains, these fold mountains which are present, they on and often experience earthquakes. Like Himalayan regions which we have, they on and often experience earthquakes, right? So that is the major reason why they are unstable portions. So these are some of the features of fold mountains around the world. And let's see what is given in the question. They are least likely to have conical peaks. They will be having conical peaks. They least likely to have conical peaks is perfectly a wrong statement. They have created when large areas are broken and displaced vertically. This is also absolutely false. No large area was displaced vertically. The area was folded. Hence, large areas are broken is a false statement which has been given. Apart from that, they must be associated with volcanism either from the mountain core or in the vicinity. Along with that, if you see Himalayan ranges which we have, do they have volcanism? No. Aravalli ranges, do they have volcanism? No. So there might be presence of fold mountains without the presence of volcanic activity as well. So there is no compulsion that fold mountains are to be coincided with volcanism, and hence fold mountains which are present, they might be present without the volcanism. Example is Himalayas and Aravallis. Hence this is also the wrong statement which has been given. Hence none of the above is the perfect answer for this particular question. Clear? See, Appalachian and Ural mountains have rounded features and low elevations. Clear? When large areas are broken and displaced vertically, block mountains are formed. Aravallis are not associated with volcanic activities. Next question. Clear? Time up. So block mountains are created when? Block mountains are created when? When block mountains are created. Clear? So block mountains hota kya? Like, see, these are block mountains. Like, whenever applied divergent forces, like applied tensional forces, applied divergent forces will make the block to subside down. See, here we are having crack formations. Here we are having crack formations, and these cracks which are present, that will be displaced, and when they move far away, when the cracks are extended, the blocks subside down, and hence we have formation of rift valley. See, here there is mention of graben, right? This is nothing but a rift valley which would be developed. This is nothing but a rift valley which generally develops. So wherever we have formation of rift valleys, when you see the adjoining regions from this rift valley, this particular region appears like a mountain, and these mountains are nothing but block mountains, or they are called as horst. They are called as block mountains, or they are called as horst. Please try to remember this statement. Rift valleys are called as grabens, and the block mountains which are present, they are called as horst. So whenever we have formations of block mountains, there are huge chances that rift valleys would also be formed. Clear? So wherever you see block, like you may see it in Vosges region of France, Black Forest region of Germany, you can see this block mountains in the southern peninsular India. You will experience huge amount of block mountains over there. Thereby you will be having the fault generations, and hence as the fault is created, the block is created. Let's see what happens. What is given in the option? There is intensive volcanic activity in nearby regions consistently for longer durations. So are the block mountains formed because of volcanic activity? Absolutely no. Next, large areas are broken, displaced vertically. What is happening? Large areas are being displaced vertically. Hence option 2 is absolutely right statement. Tectonic plates converge and displace each other, and these two are absolutely wrong. Done. So large areas are broken and they are displaced vertically because of the applied divergent forces. Do remember this point. So wherever we have applied divergent forces, in those regions, in that applied divergent forces, you would be experiencing formation of block mountains. Don't try to forget this. Block mountains are created with divergent forces. Fold mountains are created with convergent forces. This is one of the repeated questions. Clear? Clear? So in all this, let's see what are the tectonic plates. What is tectonic plate? like tectonic plateau, we have three different types. Tectonic plateau, like it might be intermontane plateau, it may be Piedmont plateau. Intermontane plateau is that plateau which forms between the mountain ranges. Piedmont plateau is that plateau where on the one side of the plateau we have mountain range, and on the other side we would be having plain region, and also on the other side, as we have plain region, we may also have a water body over there. Clear? So either on the other side we may have water body or a plain region. Such kind of scenarios are called as clear Piedmont plateaus. And tectonic plateaus, volcanic plateaus are most common plateaus, whereby because of the tectonical upliftment, because of the continental upliftment, if any plateau rises, that is called as tectonic plateau. And all of this Tibetan plateau and Bolivian plateau are the perfect examples, and we might don't know about 1 and 2 because these are very least heard. Tibet and Bolivian plateau are on and often heard, right? So hence whenever you observe, whenever you see these plateaus, 3 and 4 are absolutely right, and hence wherever you don't find 3 and 4, cut that option. Clear? So here in C and D option you have 3 and 4. And Meseta plateau of central Iberia, where you have Iberian Peninsula, there you have Meseta plateau, and this is also perfectly right. And Harz of Germany, this is also perfectly right. All these are tectonic plateaus. All these are tectonic plateaus. Hence all of the above. Try to find out the location of all this. Tibet तो आपको पता ही है कहाँ पे, हिमालयस के बीच में. And Bolivia कहाँ पे, वो साउथ अमेरिका में है. It is located between Andes. Like try to see the Meseta and Harz regions of Germany, where you will try to visualize the plateau upliftments over there. Try to locate them. And next question. Clear? So if you see, dissected plateau is an area that has been severally eroded and divided into smaller pieces. Like for example, if this is a plateau, if this is cut by a stream, that is river, hence this dissected plateau would be forming into different blocks. Best example is Meghalaya plateau, which is present in India, which is an offshoot of peninsular plateau that has been dissected through rivers, and hence this Meghalaya plateau was dissected and Garo, Khasi and Jaintia hills were formed. So Meghalaya plateau is dissected plateau. In such a way he is asking the question like, consider the following statements regarding with the dissected plateaus responsible for formation of such dissected plateaus. As I have stated, stream action would be there. So whenever a plateau would be cut, the stream action would be there. And in the humid highland regions, obviously there would be cut made by glaciers. Glaciers can also cut the plateaus. Along with that, wind is also one of the exogenic force which will dissect the plateaus. Like wind has the capability of eroding faster than water sometimes in the desertified regions. When you see where the water can't be present in the humid regions, wherever in arid regions when water is absent, it is the wind which takes the entire action, and hence all of these are the reasons which have created the dissected plateaus, and hence all of the above is perfect option. Clear? Natural agents such as wind, rain, sun, glacier, etc. wear away the soft rocks of the upland areas, whereby when they wear off, we would be having divided, dissected plateaus. Next question. Lakes. What are lakes? Clear? In the inland regions, whenever we have like we have a basin like structure and where water accumulation happens, that is called as lake. So hence due to glacial activity we have formation of lake. उसको हम ये बोलेंगे like glacial trough lake. ये क्या होता है glacial trough lake? Like for example, if glacier is moving, like ice mass is moving down the slope, and when it seems to enter some of the straight plain regions, and when this glacier hits this plain regions, it will erode this plain region, and hence a basin like structure would be created, and this would be filled with water. And these are glacial trough lakes which are formed and eroded by the glaciers. So absolutely two तो सही है. अब volcanic activity से हमारे को lakes मिलेगा. Do you think so that because of volcanic activity do we have lakes? Yes, we would be having lakes. How? Clear? Like for example, if this is a volcanic peak and this is volcanic pipe, and the volcano has become extinct, let's assume in this way, the topmost portion which is present on the top of the volcanic mountain, this is called as crater. This is called as the funnel shaped depression which we generally see on the top of the volcanic peak. हाँ, उसको हम बोलेंगे crater. Like वो crater में क्या होगा, like if we have huge amount of precipitation or huge amount of water accumulation, that crater accumulates water and crater lakes are formed, which will erode the adjoining regions of crater and which will expand the crater structure, and we would be having formation of caldera. We would be having formation of caldera. Done. So in this way the crater extends into caldera. Clear? So hence 2 and 3 तो absolutely right है. So where river deposition, see, tectonic uplift of mountain ranges can create depressions that accumulate water and forms a lake. This is also true. As I have said, glacial trough lakes, volcanic crater lakes, and oxbow lakes are formed. What are oxbow lakes? I'll try to explain this here. Clear? So river in its course, like when it is moving in this course, clear? So this is called as river meandering. This is called as river meandering. So when this river meandering happens, like for example, if you have huge inflush of water in this way, so what happens is this huge inflush will extend the meander loop in this way. So when we have extension of meander loop, and when the channel of water gets normalized, the river tends to deposit the sediments here and block this meander loop. The extended meander loop is blocked and abandoned now. Hence here, whenever we have formation of deposition of sand, swamp forestries would be developed, and later on this, when it is filled with water, forms as an oxbow lake. Clear? It has the shape of oxbow lake, and this oxbow lake is the example of river deposition. And hence, because of all these activities, let it be tectonic movement, let it be glacial activity, let it be volcanic activity, let it be river depositions, in all these depositions we would be having formation of lakes, and hence absolutely D is the perfect statement which we have. Next question. With reference to the lakes, consider the following statements. Lakes are permanent features of earth crust. Who knows lakes are permanent features? ऐसा कभी भी ऑप्शन मिलेगा ना आपको यूपीएससी में, like more number of times, whenever you see that they will give it is sure, it is perfect, it is present, it is, like ऐसा कभी भी options है तो मुझे लगता है ना, like that options are not that perfect. Let's see what happens. Most saline lakes are the result of inland drainage and subsequent evaporation. Which of the following statements are incorrect? Incorrect. Interestingly, most lakes in the world are saline. Clear? So which statements are incorrect we would be seeing? Like lakes which are present, they are temporary features, as they will be eliminated eventually by silting and draining. Clear? So ऐसा statements कभी भी मिलेगा नहीं यूपीएससी में. मैं क्या बोला, like वो तो गलती होगा ही होगा. This is incorrect. This is incorrect. Clear? So if you see which of the following statements are incorrect, eliminated eventually by silting and draining process, most of the world lakes are fresh lakes. So this is also false. Clear? Most of the fresh lakes are saline. Sorry. Yes, most of the fresh lakes are saline. This is also not true, right? Most of the fresh lakes are, like most of the water lakes present around the world, they are fresh lakes. This is also false. Done. And if you see the next option, like here it has been given A, but accordingly 1 and 3, most saline lakes are the resultants of inland drainage. This is also false. This is also false. So all of these which are given, they are absolutely false statements. Actually the option should be D here. Clear? So it was a mistake. It was a mistake. So the option should be D, but here I have mentioned it as A, but sorry for this mistake. Clear? So here all of the statements which are being given in the 10th question, they are absolutely wrong, and he has been asking about incorrect. So mention all the 3 statements which are present. Next. Lakes are enclosed bodies of water sometimes connected to river or other water body. Which of the following purpose is served by the lakes? Helps to regulate the water flow of the river, maybe. During heavy rainfall it prevents flooding, maybe. During the dry seasons it maintains, like it will help in maintaining even the flow of the water. Clear? So lakes which are present, clear? So what are the uses of lakes? Let's see. They replenish groundwater. Do remember, whenever any question appears, UPSC में तो ऐसा question पूछेंगे नहीं, explain the uses of lakes, but ग्राउंड वाटर रिसोर्सेस के बारे में जब भी बात करेंगे, लेक्स का पिक्चर आएगा. whenever any water scarcity problem, irrigation facilities की problem आएगा, lakes की बात आएगा. So then you can utilize all these statements. They replenish groundwater facilities and they preserve biodiversity. Do remember this point. This is also huge. Like most of the lakes in India, they preserve a huge amount of flora and fauna. That is highly important. Clear? So it prevents flooding also. It prevents flooding and also irrigation source for agriculture, obviously. Clear? Recreation, tourism, etc. So all these are uses of lakes. If you see, it helps to regulate the flow of water. True. Yes. During heavy rainfall it prevents flooding. Yes, it is true. During the dry season it helps to maintain an even flow of water. Yes, true. Clear? All these are absolutely right statements, and option D becomes the perfect answer for this question. Next question. So weathering of rocks. Weathering क्या होता है? Like it is disintegration and decomposition of rock. It is disintegration and decomposition of rock because of external forces. That is called as weathering. Clear? So and weathering can happen in 3 different ways. Like we may have physical weathering, we may have chemical weathering, we may have biological weathering. So physical weathering, whenever it happens, it has different factors. Like for example, whenever we see the physical weathering happens, that particular physical weathering has temperature, pressure, wind, water, ice as acting features. They are the agents of physical weathering. Chemical weathering, whenever it happens, oxygen, hydrogen, clear, and carbon dioxide, this would be the major things which can make the rock to decompose. And biological weathering, obviously plants, roots, human beings, microorganisms, all they come under biological weathering. Clear? So weathering, simply it can be called as disintegration and decomposition of the rocks, which happens because of the external factors. Let's see what are the factors which helps in weathering. Intense heating during the day and rapid cooling at the night. Yes, this happens. Generally what happens is in desertified regions. Clear? So if you have hard rocks like in this way, which are having some stratified layers where the joints between the rocks have been broken, and what happens in desert is in the day we would be having intense heating and the radiation would be moving back. We would be having the entire radiation, terrestrial radiation happens, and there would be no trapping of heat at all, so to have greenhouse effect over there, because cloud formation is absent over there in the desertified regions. Hence generally what happens is in the evenings and during the first nights, like what happens is the heating which happens, that the heating in the morning sections and rapid rate of release of heat in the evenings and in the first hours of the night happens. So because of that the entire heat is lost. Hence morning session the rock tends to expand, and in the night section the rock tends to contract. So in the day wise the desert experiences maximum diurnal range, hence it will contribute towards the process of weathering. Hence absolutely statement number 1 is true. Clear? Next, poor pressure of water seeping into the rocks, this is true. Thawing of rocks, this is true. So all of the above are the perfect answer for this. What is thawing of rocks? Thawing of rocks, what is process of thawing is, slowly what happens is the frozen form of ice that would be melting away, gradual melting process of frozen ice, that is called as process of thawing. Clear? So all of the above statements, which are given, they are perfectly right. Clear? Rapid change of temperature causes block granular disintegration. This generally happens in desert. If water seeps into the rocks, it generates crack. It exerts further pressure from inwards, resulting in cracking of the rock. So obviously all the three options which are given, they're absolutely right. And moving into the next question. Yes. Which of the following forces affects the process of physical weathering? Yeah. Done. Clear? Which of the factors affects the process of physical weathering of rocks? Pour water pressure in the rocks, temperature changes, gravitational forces. Clear? So let's see. Forces affecting the process of physical weathering: gravitational forces like overburden, pressure, and load and shearing stress. Clear? So you might have got it out what gravitational forces are, and hence this becomes the perfect option. Like gravitational forces, hence they generate in physical weathering process, and physical weathering agents, as I've already said, temperature changes would be the most important reason. Along with that, the water or ice pressure in the rock, this is also one of the major reasons why we have physical weathering of rocks. Hence this is also all of the above are absolutely right for this particular statements. But for chemical weathering, when it comes into it, like picture, it is water along with the mixage of the atmospheric gases which contributes towards the process of chemical weathering over there. So next question. Yeah. ये थोड़ा interesting है. Which of the following process contributes to enrichment of minerals in rocks? Clear? Enrichment of many low grade ore occurs when the metal bearing solutions of these valuable metals drain downwards along with the vein or other deposits. So whenever there would be process of weathering of the rock is disintegration and erosion of rock and depositional action which are made by the rivers. So these all the three makes the minerals of the rocks to enrich. Hence the options the options which are given A and B, they are absolutely right. Hence C becomes the option, and none of the above, however, it is not in the picture. Next, how is the phenomena of weathering important to us? So these kind of analytical questions are also sometimes asked in your preliminary examinations. So try to see what exactly, like how phenomena of weathering is very much important to us. It aids in the formation of soil, but by eroding rocks and hard surfaces, like in the formation of soil. Clear? How a soil is formed? Yes, they are formed by eroding the already pre-existing rocks. So obviously it helps in soil formations, which we take it as an input for agriculture. This is true. It helps in enrichment of valuable minerals on that surface for their commercial extraction to be made possible. Yes, because of weathering process, most of the minerals are transported and deposited, and hence we would be intaking the mineral availability from that eroded and deposited region. Hence this is also true. It is responsible for shaping and denuding large landforms. Yes, erosion process and weathering process, whichever may happen, they contribute towards the development of landscape. Like you may have development of a valley as a landscape, you may have development of waterfall as a landscape, you may have development of delta, you may have development of floodplain, where the landscape development which happens, that is most important. That particular landscape development is possible only after the process of weathering. And if you see, all the three given options are perfectly true. Clear? So आज तो पूरा most of the options which are present, all of the above right हुआ है ना. क्लियर? सो यूपीएससी एग्जाम में भी क्या होगा ना, कभी भी आपको गेस करना होता है ऑप्शंस में, नेदर ऑफ दिस, बोथ ऑफ दिस, ऐसा ऑप्शंस कभी भी आपको मिले ना, तो 120% please make ensure that you will be having all of these or neither of these as the option. आपको अगर गेस करना होता है तो all of these and neither of these लगाइए, क्योंकि इसमें बहुत सारा टाइम्स क्या होगा ना, वो ऑप्शन रिपीटेडली all of the above will be the answer or neither of these would be the answer. If you want to check the previous year question, this I have already observed. I have already observed and seen many MCQs, and on that experience I am saying it. If you want, just check yourself, like whenever all the above neither of these comes in the option, that becomes absolutely true. Clear? So this is the option for this question, and hence these are some of the 15 questions which have been like explained in this lecture, and in the next lecture I'll be coming up with the next subtopic which is present for geography. Hence, thank you for watching this lesson, and if you have liked this lesson, please click on the like symbol and also hit on the bell icon for the continuous notifications, and do subscribe to the Unacademy Studios Race channel, which is the largest channel for UPSC preparation. Clear? And also subscribe to Unacademy Plus platform to watch more and more lectures. Thank you. Have an awesome day. Jai Hind.